Hi, Michelle. Sorry for bothering you out of nowhere, but there is something I would like to talk to you about. Do you have some free time now to talk? Hi, Stacy. I'm totally fine on time right now. What can I help you with? Great, thanks so much. Well, the thing is, you know how me and Matt are going to be registering our marriage at the courthouse next month, right? The two of us were thinking about what to do after that. And we were wondering if it would be okay for us to move in with you. If that's fine, then I would move in as soon as the paperwork is done. Live together with me? Like, until you find a place for the two of you? Are you building a house or something? Sorry, I'm just a little confused about why you'd want to live with me. If the two of you are just getting married, then there are better ways for you to spend your time than living with your mother-in-law. Not only that, but my house is pretty far out in the suburbs. It won't be that convenient for you to do much. Well, Matt was kind of worried about you. There's a chance we may move far away, so before we do, Matt wants to be totally sure you're set up to be okay on your own, especially if we won't be close by to help. And since he's an only child, he was kind of anxious about leaving you and thought that this might be a good alternative. Well, I'm very happy that you two thought of me, but you don't need to worry yourselves. I will be just fine living on my own. You should just focus on yourselves and enjoy your time together. Even if you're fine, could we still move in anyway? To be honest, there are other reasons that it makes sense for us to live with you. I mean, the big one is that we will be able to save a lot of money, and that way we can organize and save up for our wedding much sooner as well. Oh? You're only going to just now start saving up for the wedding costs. Since you're already making the marriage legal at the courthouse, I thought that you would have the wedding not too long after. I assumed that you had already saved up enough. Of course, we have been saving up little by little already, but unfortunately, we couldn't save up as much as we wanted to. So I think that the earliest we will be able to have the wedding is early next year. This year seems like a total no-go. We thought we would have more stashed away by this time, but it didn't quite work out for us. I still have to pay off my student loan, so there's a lot of money going to that. Oh, I see. That must make it quite tough to save up. Yeah, and it's not just that. You see, right before I went to college, my grandparents got really sick. And the costs for the medical bills and the hospitalization were really high. My parents wanted me to not even go to college so that they could focus on paying the medical bills and not worry about school fees too. But I was really persistent and eventually they agreed to let me go. The only problem was that they had to use the money from my college fund to look after my grandparents. And then I had to take the student loans out for the full tuition. Wow, that sounds like a difficult situation. And you're having to pay all of that back yourself. Yeah, that's right. Each day is pretty hard to get through. But at the end of the day, I was the one who borrowed the money, so I have to pay it back. Now that I think about it, you and your late husband paid for Matt's tuition up front, didn't you? I have to admit that I'm quite jealous that he was able to finish college without having to borrow money. That was only thanks to the fact that Jack had worked so hard to save money for Matt's future college fees years and years before. Luckily, he had saved enough before he passed, or else I suppose Matt would be in the same position as you are now. It was very difficult without him for a long time, but it was thanks to him that Matt got to go to college. I see. Anyway, if we can save up about $10,000 more, then I think we can have enough to put on a decent wedding. But that last $10,000 has been really hard to save up. That's why it would really help us out if you let us move in and live all together with you. We can save on rent, and it will be cheaper with bills and food costs as well. I will just live off cheap meals. I learned in college how far beans and rice can go. It's kind of my fault that we can't save money since I'm the one making debt payments. So I need to try and save where I can. But you don't have to do that. I will still make sure to cook nice meals for you and Matt each day. Don't worry about me, okay? Even if you tell me not to, of course I will worry about something like that. You'll be living in my house with me and not even eating properly. I can't just look past that. No, really, it's totally fine. You don't need to make a big deal out of it. I'm already pretty used to saving money in that way. I do a lot of other things too, like not using electricity wherever possible. But like I said, you don't have to worry about what I am doing and just live your life like you normally would. I'm the only one paying off my student loans, so it makes sense that I'm the one who has to economize. But I'm telling you that I can't just look past something like that. It's not right. Why don't I just help out with paying for the wedding? What do you think about that? You said it was $10,000 more that you needed, right? Well, I can pay that much for you. What, really? Is that really fine? Well, yeah, if it's only that much, then I have enough to spare. And you two were worried about me living on my own as well. I can't just let you be so worried about money when you were being so thoughtful of me. Wow, that's so kind of you. Oh, I'm so happy. Thanks, Michelle. So, $10,000 is fine, right? You can think of it as a wedding gift from me. Actually, would it be okay to get $15,000 instead? You know, it's always better to have a little bit extra just in case there are unseen expenses when we start to plan the wedding. And if you're okay with giving us $10,000, then $15,000 should be no problem, right? Oh, $15,000? Oh, is that not okay? Then don't worry about it in that case. I will just keep eating, or not eating, and saving every penny that I can. That's fine. I can deal with something like that until I pay off my loans. Oh, no, it's fine. I will give you guys the $15,000. You don't need to live a life like that, saving money at the expense of your own enjoyment. And I can't have you be the only one living like that once we're all in the same house either. Oh my God, thank you so much. With that money, we can have our wedding sooner than expected. I'm so lucky to have a mother-in-law as kind as you are. Okay, I'm going to see if I can get a reservation at a hall right now.
Hey Mom, I heard from Stacy. She told me that you're going to give us $15,000 towards the wedding as a present. Oh, thank you so much for doing that. It's really a lot of money.
Oh, that's fine. Don't think too much of it. You guys are going to live with me even though I'm all the way out here in the suburbs. This was the least I could do. And after I heard how much she is going through right now, I couldn't not help out a little.
Going through what exactly?
Well, you know how her grandparents were hospitalized right before she went to college. And so because of that, her parents had to use her entire college fund to pay for the medical bills because they were so high. And now Stacy has to pay all of her tuition on her own. And I know that student loans also have interest as well. It sounds like she is in a really tight spot with all of that, so I couldn't just leave her to struggle without helping in any way I could.
What are you talking about? I have never heard any of that. Stacy's grandparents died when she was still really young, I'm pretty sure.
Wait, what?
Yeah, and I think that's the case with her grandparents on both her dad and her mom's side of the family. So what's this about them being hospitalized before she went to college? That doesn't make any sense.
Really? But that's what Stacy told me. She told me that she almost had to give up on going to college completely because of it.
I don't really know, but maybe you just misunderstood what she said? That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, I've seen photos of her grandparents at her parents' house, but yeah, they're all from when she was really young.
I really don't understand what's going on.
Me neither. Should I check with Stacy what she meant? I'll give her a text now.
Oh, no, you don't have to do that. I'm sure that I just misunderstood something. My eyes have been getting worse and worse recently, and I can barely see the screen on my phone sometimes. I must have just misread what she wrote, and then made some incorrect conclusions.
Oh, is that what it is? I guess you're really getting older now then, aren't you, Mom?
Yeah, I can really notice it. I don't like it. It will really help me out that we will all be living together. Tell her that she can move in whenever she is ready. I'll make sure that the house is nice and clean.
Thanks, Mom. It is really going to be a big help for us. I'll text you later on when the date gets closer.
Hi, Stacy. Sorry to bother you while you're at the after party. I tried to call Matt a bunch of times, but I can't seem to get through to him. Oh, that's okay. What's going on? Did you forget something at the venue? No, that's not it. The thing is, I can't get the door to the house open. I just got home a second ago, but the key doesn't seem to be working. The key is pretty old, so maybe it's just not working anymore. Do you mind if I go back there and borrow your key? I'll just be in and out. Oh, is that all it is? If that's the case, then you don't need to bother with that. I actually changed the locks themselves, so you won't be able to get into the house anyway. What? What do you mean by that? I put all of your stuff outside in the back, so could you get them and just disappear somewhere? Now that the wedding is done and paid for, the house is going to be just for me and Matt. I don't need my mother-in-law getting in the way there. Hold on just a second. What on earth is going on? Go off and disappear somewhere. Getting in the way. What's that supposed to mean? It means that there's no more use for you. Thanks so much for so easily buying into my lies. I never thought that it would be this easy to trick you, but here we are. I guess this is how old people always get targeted by scammers. I mean, all I had to tell you was that I had some student loans and you gave me money right away. Wait, what? Do you mean that everything that you said about your student loans and struggling to save money was all a lie? Not all of it was a lie. Some of it was true. The student loan stuff was completely made up, but the stuff about not being able to save money was 100% true. What does that mean? You see, I have always been really bad at saving money. I just can't seem to do it, no matter what. Even though we still needed money for my dream wedding, I just couldn't stop myself from going shopping and spending money. But Matt can be kind of strict when it comes to that. So he said that he wouldn't pay any extra for the wedding if I was wasting my money on clothes and other stuff. We were supposed to pay half-half, and he wouldn't budge on that. So I figured that if Matt wouldn't pay the money, then maybe his mom would. And so you just lied to me to get my money. You made up that whole story about your grandparents getting sick just to pull at my heartstrings and get money. Well, you wouldn't have just given me the money if I told you things straight up. So really, I had no other choice but to do what I did. But I also did move in with you and look after the house more or less, too. So it's not like I got the money for free or anything. Cut this crap out right now! I can't believe that you would use me like this. And if you say that you have no more use for me, then it's you who needs to leave the house, not me. You got all that you wanted from me, so get your stuff and leave. This is my house, and there's no reason for me to leave it. But I really have gotten used to living there, and I like the house a lot. At first, the plan was always going to be to move out right after the wedding. But things change, you know? Now I want that house for myself, so it's you who needs to leave. Thanks. The house is a little old, but if we renovate it, it could really be something nice. I've already started speaking to some contractors about it, actually. So the sooner you leave, the better. Then we can get the renovations on the way. I don't believe this. You're going to change the house. My house! There's no need to get so worked up about it. I mean, you're getting old and we'll have to move into a home eventually anyway. Just like my grandparents did. You may as well leave the house a little early. It's way too big for one old lady to live there by herself. It makes way more sense for a young couple to have it instead. All of this is completely ridiculous. Is this really what kind of person you are, Stacy? I still can't believe that I am hearing this from you. I thought we were getting along really well living together, but that was all a lie. You weren't worried about me living on my own at all. You were only thinking about how to steal my money and house from me. Don't blame me for tricking you. It's your fault for falling for it in the first place. And now that we got the $15,000 for the wedding from you, there's no need to have you hanging around anymore. So hurry up and get out of the house already. You're the one who will be getting out, you little idiot. God, you really did take me lightly, didn't you? Money wasn't enough. You even went after my house. Did you really think that I would just roll over and let you have it? There's nothing for it today. I'll have to stay somewhere else tonight. But you better prepare yourself. Don't think that you will be able to get in the house nice and easily when you try to come back. What's up with you all of a sudden? Who's a little idiot? Since when do you use language like that? It's not like you at all. And what would someone like you know about me? I can't believe that you think you can really just kick me out of this town just like that. What is that supposed to mean? You'll find out soon enough. Enjoy your wedding after party. It won't last long. What on earth is going on? Who are all of these people? Matt and I only just got home this morning. We kept partying all night and ended up staying in a hotel in the city and only just got back. But when we got out of the taxi, there were so many people around the house and they wouldn't let us inside. They kept yelling at me and telling me to leave. They said that they didn't want someone like me living around them and we couldn't get inside in the end. We're just waiting at a cafe right now. Oh, they were there even this early in the morning. I'm so lucky to have such great neighbors around me. Tell me what's going on here. Why does everyone know that I kicked you out of the house? What do you mean, why does everyone know? Because I told them all, of course. I let you into my house because I thought you were struggling and tried to help you. But it was all a lie. I told them everything. What? You told them everything? Of course. Even when you first asked to move in and I agreed, I told a lot of the neighbors about it since you would be a new face. I also wanted to make sure that I didn't make things weird living together, so I asked them for advice. Some had also lived with their in-laws for a bit, so I wanted to know how it went, what went wrong if anything, and what I should do to make it go smoothly. At the same time, I also told them about what you lied to me about, though I obviously didn't know that it was a lie. They all told me the same thing, that since you had been struggling, then I should help you and make your life easier in any way I could. Really? They took my side in that? Even though they didn't even know me? Yes, because they're all kind people. They gave me a lot of advice and I decided that I would try to be the best mother-in-law I could possibly be. I mean, at the time, I thought that you had been worried about me living all on my own. I wanted to make sure that you felt at home and didn't feel like I was being too controlling. I went out of my way to be as nice to you as possible. Of course, then it turns out that you were just after money and the house, so all of that was for nothing. I guess we were both just playing roles in the end. Wait, what? You were pretending to be nice to me? Oh, are you surprised? Was my acting so good that you didn't even tell? I'm not that kind to anyone who doesn't deserve it, and it took a lot of effort to pretend around you. What? I thought that was what you were really like. Well, it's not. And the others in town know that I can be rough around the edges, and that's why they were so keen to give me advice so that I wouldn't ruin things. And when I told them that everything was going well, they were really happy about it, as though something in their own lives were going well. And then you tried to kick me out of my house and my neighborhood. And that's after lying and squeezing money out of me, taking advantage of my kindness. Of course, the neighbors weren't too happy to hear about that. Wait, this still doesn't make any sense. Even if you told them and they weren't happy about it, so what? They're still just neighbors. Why would they go out of their way to get involved in this? It has nothing to do with them. That's where you're wrong. This is not the middle of the city. Everyone knows each other here, and everything is everyone's business. Or at least they make it theirs. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing is not important. That's how things are. But in a tight-knit community like this, I would like to see you try and live here while no one else wants you anywhere close to them. I don't think you could handle a life like that.
Mom, I'm so sorry about what happened. I just heard everything that happened from Stacy. I didn't know anything about the lies she said about her student loans. I can't believe that she used that to try and get the money for the wedding from you. All she told me was that was going to be your wedding present to us. I am so sorry.
I don't need any apologies. Just do something about the house as soon as you can. Either give me the new keys to the house or get the locksmith to set them back to the old ones. I don't care which it is. Just do it quickly.
Changing the locks would be too difficult, but I already left a copy of the new key under the mat. If you go home, then you can use that to get inside.
Okay, well, good. Then I will go home immediately. And when I get there, I'm going to take all of your and Stacy's stuff outside. You don't have any problems with that, do you?
Yeah, of course, we'll leave straight away. But I do need to talk to Stacy a bit about what's going to happen from now on, so it might take a while until we come get our stuff.
What's going to happen from now? Are you thinking about splitting with her?
Of course I am. She lied to you, stole your money, and tried to kick you out of your own house? How could I still stay married to someone like that? I can't even believe that she could do something like that. Anyway, I'll talk to you later on.
Look what you've done! It's only a few days after the wedding, and Matt and I are already getting a divorce. He won't listen to me at all. He says that his feelings for me have died and that divorce is the only way. Well, what else did you expect to happen? You lied to me and tried to kick me out of my own house. Did you not even think about what Matt would think about your actions? Are you really that stupid to think you'd get away with this? But when we decided to get married, he told me that he would always put me first no matter what. Even if it came to choosing between his family and me. He said that he would choose me and not let anyone treat me badly. So I thought that he would take my side no matter what I did. Are you out of your mind? I don't think this is the kind of thing he had in mind when he said that he would put you first. Look, now that it's come to this, I'll give you back the $15,000 that you gave us for the wedding. But in return, you need to try and convince Matt that we don't need to get a divorce. I don't want to get divorced. You need to help me somehow so that he forgives me and stays with me. You don't need to worry about giving me back the money. Do you think everyone's memories will be erased if you give that back to me? I don't think it's right to ask for something back once you have given it to someone. Even if I gave it to you for false reasons, I still decided to give it to you myself. But since you don't need to give it back, that means that we don't need to see each other ever again. You better not show your face in front of me. Hold on a sec! Then what am I supposed to do from now on? The house was all set to be renovated as well. And I already paid an upfront deposit to the contractors a few weeks ago. What? You already paid them something? I asked Matt about it, and he said that he didn't know anything about any renovations at all. That's because I didn't tell him about it. I wanted it to be a surprise. I was going to tell him around the same time that you left and we had the house to ourselves. But I never thought that things would turn out like this. I also thought that we would get quite a lot of money from the wedding as gifts and paid about $10,000 up front. You really are useless, aren't you? I don't even have the words to describe how stupid that was. The only thing I can say is that you brought this all on yourself. Please, Michelle. Things weren't supposed to go this way. If you help me with Matt, then I promise that I will be a good daughter-in-law from now on. Just tell him something to calm him down and also tell the neighbors that we just had a misunderstanding but have sorted everything out. How am I supposed to tell my family and friends that I'm getting a divorce a few days after my wedding? Oh, I'm sure that you will be able to tell people that just fine. If you have the nerve to try and kick me out of my own house, then I am sure that you can do anything. Anyway, there's nothing much else left for me to say to you. What? No! You have to help me! I have helped you enough, and look where it got me. I'm putting all of your things on the back porch. You have a week to come and get it before I throw it all away. Don't forget. After that, Matt and Stacy got legally divorced and split up. When she had to tell the news to her friends and family who came to the wedding, it was revealed that she had also lied to a lot of them to ask for money as a gift for various reasons. Because of that, a lot of people decided to cut her out of their lives and broke off all contact with her. If that wasn't enough, her parents also didn't let her move back in with them, so she is now living in some tiny apartment on her own. Matt and I made up, of course, since he didn't know anything about what was going on. I feel bad that he got so unlucky with his choice of partner, but hope he has better luck in the future. Thanks for watching! If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to see more content. See you next time!